This evening we have a film report on one of the most secretive and militant states in the communist world, North Korea. It's off limits to Americans, and there are severe restrictions on travel there by other Westerners. But two foreign newsmen, both with close communist connections, recently were permitted inside, and CBS News has obtained their picture report. Correspondent Robert Shackney narrates.
Like almost every public event in North Korea, the theme of the 1969 National Day Parade takes the form of extravagant tribute to Premier Kim Il-sung, the 58-year-old longtime chief of the communist regime. Long live Kim Il-sung, proclaim the signs. Long live the Korean Labor Party. The occasion, last September 9th, the anniversary of the founding of the communist regime in this country at the end of the Second World War. The place, Pyongyang, capital of North Korea. It appears from this film that intensive political propaganda is a constant fact of life in communist Korea, that much of the population is organized into participation in events like this, and that the central fact of politics is the personality of Kim Il-sung. Collective leadership may be the style in Soviet Russia, but in North Korea it's still the cult of the individual. All through North Korea, tributes to Kim Il-sung are everywhere. Massive monuments, this one commemorating a guerrilla battle against the Japanese 30 years ago, led by Kim Il-sung. Kim Il-sung was first brought into power in 1945 by Soviet armies of occupation. And in the 2.5 decades since, he's consolidated that power, purged just about all known rivals, won a considerable degree of independence from both Russia and China, North Korea's two giant communist neighbors. There is no known opposition to Kim's power. There are few communist leaders so totally in control of a government. And his virtues have become the center of all North Korean political ideology, to a degree not matched since Stalin's death. In speeches in the press, Kim is constantly described as the great leader of the 40 million Korean people, the unequaled patriot, the national hero, the invincible strategist, the iron-willed, ever-victorious commander, the great leader of the international communist movement, often Berkshire says in one breath. Every success, every step, every ideology of the country is attributed to Kim Il-sung. In the classrooms Burchett and Pick were permitted to film, students were reciting passages they'd memorized from the writings of Premier Kim Il-sung. Teachers were reading the books of Kim Il-sung. Even children barely able to talk were singing and chanting the slogans honoring Kim Il-sung. Following Kim Il-sung, they sing, "We will travel the path of revolution." One has the impression from the film Peake and Burchett sent out that indoctrination starts young, that it's constant, that almost all children and young people are organized in political activities and training. The organization is known as the Pioneers. Just about every child participates. Defeat, drive out the American imperialist soldiers, sing the children. Political indoctrination is organized on a grand scale in North Korea. Spectacles hard to match anywhere. Techniques that may remind you of halftime ceremonies at college football games in the United States, but on a scale and with a theme that's quite different. Pyongyang Stadium, a rally. 80,000 people spelling out slogans. Welcome delegates to the world anti-American journalist struggle. Let us continue to develop revolutionary traditions. Long live Kim Il-sung. Tableaus as the North Koreans see it. The shooting down of an American reconnaissance plane. The capture of the intelligence ship Pueblo. The final defeat of American imperialism. It went on, Burchett reports, for 3 hours. There undoubtedly must be some aspects of life, some activities in North Korea that are not political, not ideological, not designed to glorify Kim Il-sung and his programs. But if so, in this film, it's not visible. Robert Shackney, CBS News, reporting.